Black in China, Season 2, sponsored by Hayden T. Joseph, Certified Public Accountant. Visit us at advancedamericantax.com.
Okay, when they say nigga, they're not calling you a nigga. That's just a word like what Jay-Z uses to fill a sentence. So they'll be like, well, you was like, and this is how you say, good afternoon. You say, good afternoon, my name is so-and-so, I like, and then they'll say, good afternoon, my name is so-and-so, I like, oranges. Seriously, I learned this from Russell Peters.
这是黑人在中国。
黑人在中国。
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 Well, it's not hard to spot me.
My name is Marcus Long. I am an editor for the Black in China ethnographic documentary series and also co-producer. Well, by trade, I'm a photojournalist. My educational background is in mass communications and journalism, and I always thought that to combine the two, you get a more unique field of journalism that a lot of people aren't used to. That being the case, I decided to pursue that particular lane, and I just felt at home immediately. It's something I enjoy doing. I like creating vignettes. I like telling stories, and if you enjoy what you do, you never work a day in your life. I just overall enjoy editing. You know, it's a tedious thing to do, but you know, you got to have a sharp eye to detail, and being able to just add stuff and learn things on the fly. Like, I like that. It's like deadlines kind of excite me. Sounds bad, but yeah, I'm gonna double down on that. All right, so 15-hour flight. My soul is numb at this point. My ass hurts. So the entire time this dude was sitting on the plane, he was like, "Hey," I was like, "What's up?" You know. And so he started to get to know me. I'm like, "This nigga's trying to date me or something?" So he's like, "Yeah, I'm from Idaho." I'm like, "I've never met an Idahoan person before." Like, I was gonna make a potato joke because that's all they're known for.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so
They are like the Irish of America.
yeah, like he had this Amish thing going on because what his lead-in was this. He's like, "I see you're growing yours out." I'm like, "Nigga." Yes, I mean, but he's like, "Yeah, I was growing mine out too." It's like,
Really?
where are you going with this? So I'm entertaining it because it's either this or the old Chinese lady won't get the fuck out of my face. I'm like, "Do you want to order something?" Like, son, they just do this. Like, we're on the plane, they be like this. And they just, I'm stretching and shit, and she's just looking at me like crazy. So anyway, he pretty much roundabout asked me to like walk with him to go get his luggage and shit. I was like, "Yeah, I mean, I need to find my luggage too, but don't expect me to carry your shit, dog." A good friend of mine came to me, he's like, "Yo, could you edit these videos for me while I'm in China?" I was like, "Well, I ain't got shit to do, so why not?" And then it evolved from there. Like, I wanted to try and do documentary work abroad, but China wasn't exactly, that was so far up the ladder that I was like, "Man, I can't reach this," you know? I mean, it takes thousands of dollars to get here, and then on top of that, you gotta have a guide, you gotta know so much more about the area before you actually get there. And I didn't have any prior knowledge about this. So this opportunity, Black in China, is a great opportunity for me to kind of travel and document, I guess, topics that interest people like me. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think this is an opportunity of a lifetime.
Sure.
You can't make this stuff up, even if you try. Which I'm sure MTV will. I did not have a passport before I went to China. Like, I think culture shock would be an understatement. The most Chinese I've ever seen, if it isn't a film starring Donnie Yen, or Jackie Chan, or Kong Chan, which is his real name, or going down to 7th Street in Chinatown, where the only Chinese thing about Chinatown is the fact that they put Fuddruckers in Pinyin, to go to the actual country of origin and where that stuff was bit off of, and to smell the smells that I smelled. I'm sorry, man. It's some wild stuff, and it was amazing. It was so much excitement. I couldn't, like, my mind was just too small to handle all that new shit just in one one go. So it was like I felt like I was constantly processing information, you know, like constantly trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Why is she mad that I gave her blue money when I'm in red money territory? There's a story behind that. I accidentally gave Hong Kong money to somebody in mainland, and that didn't end too well. So, but other than that, man, it was life-changing. All right, going to China, I already anticipated that there might be some shit that's going to happen that I don't like, and I don't like being sick. And lo and behold, I got sick. You know, I got the runs. I hoarded as much Pepto-Bismol as I possibly could. You know, I took Imodium. You know, I went to the pharmacy. When I found the pharmacy, I was like, Fuxi, because that means like diarrhea. I was doing like the whole thing with the arms. So she would understand that I had an emergency. But, you know, that was the only down thing I ain't like about the trip. It's just being sick, because that's less time I spent enjoying the experience. Because again, if you're running through all these train stations, man, and you got the runs, you know, that's a major concern. Shenzhen, is probably where I experienced most of the culture, because I spent most of my time here in Shenzhen. You know what I'm saying? I saw some things that I didn't understand, and there were things that I didn't agree with initially at first, because I was trying to shed my American ignorance. But you know, I really enjoyed staying in Shenzhen, and then going to Guangzhou, seeing Xiaobei at first was like kind of like, wow, this place is filthy and it's crazy, but it's so cool that you can get all the stuff for the low. Like, this is where, when you think of getting cheap stuff in China, this is exactly where you would think it would be. And then seeing the nicer parts in Guangzhou, like Baogang, Daoliao, and stuff like that, and eating the cuisine there was really cool, and just hanging out with the people. They're actually very nice people around there. So right off bat, you notice that Hong Kong is far more westernized. You see a lot more white people than I'm used to in Hong Kong, whereas in mainland China, I feel like, and I hate to sound ignorant saying this, but that's the Chinese experience. If I had to put my money on it, if you really want Chinese culture, you got to go to mainland China. I mean, there's culture here in Hong Kong, but it's so diluted because of historic, you know, occupation by the British. So, you know, while I appreciate the Western nuances in Hong Kong, because it's a lot like home, I can't really say that I culturally experienced China unless I went to mainland China. Technological efficiency. And I saw that as soon as I got to the Hong Kong border. When we jumped on the train, it was just crazy. I saw anti-suicide barriers, trains that have ventilation systems that's generated by momentum or inertia and kinetic energy. I thought that was so dope. I was like, man, that's the first thing I noticed. I was like, look, they got an air conditioning system that's based off when the train moves. DC, it's like we got dirty carpets and bums all over the place, and like advertisements that sneak diss New York. Like, that's all we have. And China has all this cool shit. I'm like, also, fun fact, we got our 7000 series cars recently from Metro, those silver train, like those silver pill looking joints. We got those from China. A lot of people don't know that. And it looks a lot like the Chinese cars we were in. So, whole time, we basically was in the futuristic cars that we was about to get anyway. Well, my two favorite interviews, or the ones that I found the most engaging, were Adrian, the drummer. His energy was great. He was really funny. You know, you was with him. It was like so conversational. You felt like he was story time. You know what I'm saying? He had a story to tell. That was dope. And then we met Nelson Calban, the painter. He was dope. Like, his studio was just crazy. It's like a workshop. It's like Wonderland or some shit like that. And then I think third was definitely Mikhail Turner, the actor. He was funny. He was just cool, and his life was very interesting. Basically, from start to finish, about how he didn't know 2 words of Mandarin or Cantonese, and then he turned it around and he became this Chinese personality. You know what I'm saying? And he's black, and what he was going through. So I thought that was pretty dope. One of my most proudest episodes, one of the things that I think I take pride in, believe it or not, was with Alicia Liu. Like, I was so proud of that. You know, and then ever since then, I've been really, like, for lack of it, I've been putting my dick in the episodes. Like, I've really been doing the best I possibly can to make sure that people understand that this is the best. This is what I'm working with. This is what I got. You know? So you only give 100% when you really want to make sure that she is going to stay and she is going to be there, you know. And I really want this series to stay, and I want this series to be there even after I pass. You know, and stuff on the internet lives forever. So when you look at it that way, you don't want to put no bullshit on the internet if it's going to live forever. Ergo, I put my dick in these episodes. Please watch them. I've experienced black love before, but black love for survival as a community is far different than black love back home as just, you know, hanging out. You know what I'm saying? Like here, black people, and by here I mean mainland China, but I've experienced most of it in Hong Kong. In mainland China, black people, we take care of each other. You know what I'm saying? We feed, clothe, bathe, look out for one another. You know what I'm saying? And it's just, that's beautiful, man. It's like, that's the type of stuff we need to do all the time. But again, we only do it on necessity. I've met other Americans here as well, like, you know, white people and whatnot, but I know they wouldn't extend that type of help towards me. Because it's funny how they get all friendly and stuff just because we're expats, you know, coming from the same country. And I'm the only thing that they recognize. You know, a black man sticks out in China pretty well. So, but to see another black person in China who's hip to everything that's going on back home and whose only angle is to just simply be happy to see another person like them, yo, that's love, man. I know Black in China is going to have another season. And the only reason why I know is because it's such a unique story. It's a story that a lot of people don't hear about. And it's just a story that's open to a lot of interpretations. No matter if there's going to be a knockoff version of, you know, Black in China. If someone can create their own versions of Black lives in China or Black lives elsewhere, I know Black in China is always going to be at the forefront of this cause. Like, I really feel like we can go anywhere in the world with this. Well, I would love to go to Germany. I've been studying German for a while now, and I really feel that I'm almost to the point where I can test it out. You know, total cultural immersion would be great. I'd like to go to Zambia. You know what I'm saying? I heard Kenya's pretty beautiful. So I want to go to these places and check them out. And now that I have a passport, you know, this is possible. My biggest dream, as simple as it sounds, I've always wanted to like direct and make commercials. I always wanted to have a commercial air at Super Bowl time. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my dream. I want to be the guy that not only writes it, I want to produce it, hell, even act in it if I have to. You know what I'm saying? And there will not be any Negroes being stuffed in laundry machines. You know, I have a lot of career goals, man, that I want to pursue. And in the meantime, between time, I will definitely continue working on Black in China. Because again, it's not for me, it's for you. Just thank you for your continued viewership, your help, your support. I mean, for every like and comment that you guys make, it really makes it easier for us to give you what you want. So again, without you guys, we wouldn't have gotten this far. And overall, thank you. And please continue watching, share with a friend. Shit, there's out of this for making other videos. I feel like you and Stern put me up to this, yo. All right, so I don't like toast. It just doesn't appeal to me. It's just like, it's like eating stale bread that's just hot stale bread. I just don't like toast. So Stern, I know you watching this, had the nerve to put me on blast because I don't like toast. And then you fucking turncoat, disassociated yourself with me because I don't like toast. I'm like, the whole time, why are you getting on me about toast? I still don't like toast. I don't. Next question. That was the last one. Good God.
But how many children do you have?
She's laughing at you because it's a big cup. But I'm saying she's laughing at you. Hey, all this?
That's sad. My man gotta make the drink for him. left her hanging, Marcus.
Yeah, get the thumbs up, give it a thumbs up.
Now she knows you can eat the box without taking a breath.
That was a test, yeah.
It was a test.
Go ahead.
Taking a breath.
First. You got a balance.
I got asthma.
I'm allergic to asbestos.
That's ignorance.